What up? What up? What's going on? What's the deal? What is the deal? What is the deal? Just shared up a few places. Yes, sir. Get it shared up here. Get it shared up there. First game is already on. Swiper, what's up? What's going on? Good afternoon. Keisha. I I know Keisha said Denzel. What up, Keisha? What's up, Greg? Oh man, what's this? Yeah, y'all birthday is coming up. No, wait a minute. Shorty birthday is the right, okay, right. And then Tiffany birthday next month. What's the deal? What's up? Keisha said, Denzel. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at, Keish? hmm Let me see if my comments because I can't put them on the screen. Where they at? Hold on, let me see. Hold on. Let me see something. Yo, mm, some reason. Hold up. Okay, you say about just what I miss you too, love you too. She said up cooking on the 17th. Okay, and you at Tiffany house? You okay? You up here? You up here, or up here up? Or for a little while you up here? Uh-huh. Why is my comments ain't popping up? I don't like that. Let me see something. You test this out real quick. Hmm. Oh, you know what I didn't do? Okay, hold on. Let me tweak something real quick. Activate it. Boom. Let me activate it. Okay, it should be activated now. Send me my number. You still got my. I know you still know got my number or know it at least. Oh, okay. Well, everybody out here with me. Everybody out here with me. But well, if I slide that way, I'm definitely slide that way. Actually, Ashley up here too. She actually came and got my daughter from out here. But I got to go back up there and get them. So I'll see you for sure. But you know, you got my number. Because my cousin, she don't stay no that far from Tiffany anyway. So send me a text message for sure, for sure. You know, Monique birthday right there on the 16th. She'll be gone, but she'll be gone out of town. But it's all good. Them boys, oh man, I gotta see everybody though. Them my boys, I'm looking up at them. All them taller than me. Yeah, yeah. But for sure. Bet, love you too. I don't know what's going on with my comments thing, but it is what it is. All right. I gotta try one more thing, and that might be pop it out. That might work. If I pop it out, it's the only thing I can do. I don't know why they ain't popping up over there. Let me see. Hmm, that's very interesting. Every time I come back and do something, it just don't be right, man. Don't be right. It don't. Pop out chat one more time. And let's see if this will work right here. I guess it's not working for your boy. Mm-mm. It's activated. It's so annoying. So annoying. So annoying. Might be something I have to do though, but hey, who cares? I mean, I care, but I ain't even finna stress. I can see what I want to see right here though. All right, bet. Okay. One game on already. Um, so you know how that works. Um, Let me see if I can pin this up real quick on my profile. Man, it's been a few days, man. It's been a few days, man. Straight up, it's been a few days. Y'all know how it go. It's been a few days. Weather looks okay. Uh, we got winds and stuff blowing here and there. Um, let's see. Winds blowing in at Wrigley at 10, 15 miles an hour. So you know what that means. Definitely going to be some wind going in. That not a good look for pitchers here in those regards there. Got to get my thoughts and everything together, man. NFL is here. You might as well say, man. NFL is here. That's crazy work, ain't it, man? It's crazy work, ain't it? Get a few things set up real quick. A few things set up real quick, and then I'm ready to rock. Yep, then I'm ready to rock. I find it so interesting why Facebook do not. They killed me. Okay, there you go right there. Because I was about to start cussing them out. Let's jump into it, fam. Let's jump into it. Trade deadline is a wrap. To it, fam. Let's jump into it. Trade deadline is them Padres looking kind of interesting, ain't they? Padres looking kind of interesting, ain't they, man? Wow, that's crazy. Hold up, how do I get that comment down? Boy, if it ain't one thing, it's another, man. Let me delete this, man. Move that. Move that. I'm gonna have to mess with that a little bit later. All right, let's get into it. I do want to look at something here. Braves, okay. Um, Wind blowing in the Cubs. Wind blowing in. Wind blowing in Philly. Coming in about 10. New York Mets and Giants. In what the hell? All the wind is okay. Out. Tampa Bay and Dodgers only 5 miles an hour, so that don't too much. Um, that don't too much. That don't too much bother things. Baltimore, Chicago with the wind blowing in. We got Horton and Trevor Rogers on mound. What's up, Ed? What's going on? What's the deal? You might as well just ask her in case anything just changed. All right. What's up, Ed? Yeah, so we got winds blowing in here. Let me fix this up real quick. And we will take a look at the Cubs. Um, we'll take a look at the Cubs here. Trevor Rogers, 5 bombs. I mean, 2 bombs to his mother doesn't get here till Saturday, so um Cade Horton, 5. Two to the righties, to lefties. We got Trevor Rogers. He hasn't given up any bombs to lefties, man. You know? Mm. Wind blowing in. So I won't be looking at this game for bombs or nothing like that. Even though it can happen, I won't be looking at for bombs or nothing like that. Trevor Rogers. Mm. He's been pretty good. No home run betting Wrigley. I bet it. That's going to be chalk. He's been pretty good though. Uh, he's been pretty good for the few games that he's played. So it's kind of hard for me to put a read on him. He's been pretty good for the few games that he's played, man. Only giving up 2 bombs. So whatever the case may be with that, I don't know. We'll have to take a look at the pitch mix and stuff like that and see if there's something that's really, really glaring, standing out to us. So he's throwing that sinker 35% of the time. We'll take a look at to uh, that sinker to lefties real quick. Then I'll drop the rest of the pitches in there. Sinker. So Kyle Tucker, Ian Happ, they've shown the ability to hit that. Kyle Tucker hasn't struck out on that sinker this year. Remember, he is throwing about 3 or 4 more pitches outside of that sinker, so about 4 or 5 in total. So that's something you want to take heed to, right? Um, and that's over the course of the season. I can bring it in a little bit here just to see what's went on lately. Pete Crow Armstrong 4 for 10 in the last month versus that sinker with 3 extra base hits and a home run. Um, hmm. hmm. His fly ball and pulled air is up and no strikeouts. That's interesting. Probably indicating that he kind of likes that sinker as of late. And from I guess from right here at the last month, I'll probably go in and throw in the rest of the pitches right here. Michael Bush got a bomb. Pico Armstrong's the averages and things are down. Some of the K rates are up too. So, that's over the course of the last month. How about the last 2 weeks? last 2 weeks, Pico Armstrong. Pico Armstrong been out of the lefties. He look like he's one of the ones, or probably the one I would go to. You know what I'm saying? He's got 4 extra base hits in the last 2 weeks. The last 7 days, he's got 1 extra base hit. All the averages are pretty much down on this pitch mix, though. So you know it is what it is. It is lefty lefty though. You know the Cubs have been hitting righties. So, Pico Armstrong, if I'm looking at somebody for hits or something like that, of course, that'll probably be what we're looking at right there. What I'm looking at. I don't know what you guys would be looking at, but, it is what it is. Um, Switching over here to the righties. Historically, I've always targeted, you know, uh, Suzuki versus righties. So we'll see what Trevor Rogers is throwing, and he is throwing that four-seam fastball followed by the changeup sinker. The fastball 38% of the time. So we'll take a look there. Straight at that fastball and then keep it moving, right? Fastball. Mm. So, oh, I forgot we got Willie Castro, right? So Castro is a guy who don't strike out that much. But he's batting 429 versus that fastball. Any lineups out? Let's see what we're looking like. Um, Let me refresh this. So he's not in the lineup. We got Nico Horner leading off, Suzuki, Carson Kelly cleaning up, Crow Armstrong behind him, Bush down there in the bushes, Hap right there, Shaw. Okay, okay. Bounce back to game day. Uh, Hap is his his average is down versus Pittsburgh. He got one bomb. Castro looks good on his fastball here. Castro does. Castro looks good on that fastball. He's not playing though. Suzuki, 12% K rate. He likes the fastball, so he's definitely probably going to be one of my top candidates. Nico Horner doesn't strike out. He's batting 379 versus that fastball. So Nico Horner and Seiya Suzuki on that fastball is definitely something I'll be looking at. Full season. What about last 3 weeks? Dansby Swanson. Willie. Well, I keep saying Willie Castro. Suzuki's over 2 versus the fastball for lefties lately, so I won't go any farther than that. But what I'll throw in the rest of the pitches from right here. Don Player said I likes he likes Robert to hit a bomb. So shout out to Don. We'll get there. So right now, the rest of the pitches are in, and mm-mm. Swanson as of late the last month. Matt Shaw had been getting it in. The last month, he's 4 for 9 versus this pitch mix. How about the last 2 weeks, 7 days? Matt Shaw, 4 for 7 the last 7 days. Danfrey Swanson, 4 for 7 the last 7 days. Who's in that lineup again? Swanson, sixth. Okay, okay. Bring it back. Last 7 days. All right, nothing too spectacular. I won't be looking at none of these guys for a lot. Maybe some hits or something like that, but not the sexiest. Baltimore, they got busy in the trade category there, to where they gave up some folks, Rhino Hearns and Mullins and stuff like that. So it is what it is, right? Um, we have Cade Horton on the mound, where he's giving up 5 bombs to righties and he's giving up 2 bombs to lefties. Okay, so 48% ground ball percentage. Trevor Rogers got 52 ground balls. Let's look at these lefties real quick. Gunnar Henderson, they tightening up, huh? Colton Cowser. Let me get that fast. Them pitches in there. Hold it. Uh, Gunnar Henderson. So Gunnar Henderson batting 322 on the season versus pitch mix with 20 extra base hits. That's what he's betting on the season. Let's see what he's throwing and how he's stacking up against it. So go over here to the pitches category here, and he's throwing that fastball 57% of the time. Gunnar loves it there, almost batting 400. 13 extra bases and 3 bombs on that fastball. Barrel is down, but it is what it is. And over the course of the season, that changeup, he's batting 300 on that changeup. Not so good versus that curveball that he's throwing 17% of the time. So I would imagine if I'm a pitcher and I got the scouting report and stuff like that, I'll try to throw that curveball a little bit more. But I will bring it in a little bit as of late. How about the last 6 weeks and see what he's been doing? Gunner. So he hasn't hit that curveball. He's struggling with that. And then he's been okay versus the top 2 pitches. Last 6 weeks. I bring it back to the last 2 weeks. Probably small sample size, but come on, load up for me. So Gunner, um, 6 hits, 4 extra base hits in the last 2 weeks versus on that fastball, which he's throwing 57% of the time. As you can see, Gunner likes that fastball. Last 7 days for Gunner, he's 4-5 versus that fastball, 2 extra base hits, and a home run. So you can look at Gunner for sure, right? That's just a single. That's just a single outlook of Gunner right there. You could definitely look at Gunner right there, right? Hold up, let me see. I'll go down to the picture right here where he's giving up a 346 batting average, no bombs on this fastball. So, of course, folks will be leaning on that fastball to see what the deal is. So, for the fastball sakes, I'll definitely be looking at Gunner for sure. And since he's throwing that fastball, I can look at the full squad. I did want to key in on Gunner to see what his weaknesses were, and then I'll just throw the fastball in there. So, Colton Cowser, he's got 7 extra base hits and 4 bombs on that fastball. Bringing it in last 3 weeks. Gunnar Henderson last 3 weeks. So Holiday 2 for right. Gunnar Henderson is the guy. I don't know about no bombs or nothing like that, but you looking for hits and stuff like that. Gunnar Henderson could be your guy here, right? He's still keeping it going. He's the best on lefty over there they got versus fastball. So he'll be somebody I'm looking at. But they are professional baseball players, so anything can happen. But Gunnar been looking pretty good. Looking at the right hand hitters here, where you're going to get K. Horton throwing what? Sweeper, four seamer, sweeper and four seamer. Sweeper 48% of the time. Probably haven't seen a lot of people throwing a sweeper like that. I'll single out the sweeper here and see what some of these writers can do to it. Let's see. So not a lot of them seen that sweeper like that. So I can kind of they seen some of them like Westburg and Mountcastle seen some, but they ain't good versus it. You can see they pretty red up there too, man. Uh, so uh, and then there's another pitch he's throwing, which was what? The four seamer, right? So it's the four seamer and the sweeper. I mean, I could single out the four seamer too if y'all want me to, just to see who's good versus fastball. A lot of people good versus fastball. A lot of people like fastballs though. Balls, whatever. But Gary Sanchez, whatever. What's their lineup look like today? Tyler O, Adley, I still like it. Still like those bats. Cowser, O'Neill, Rushman, Henderson, Westberg, Holiday. Okay. Mayo, Carlson. All right, let's bring it in. So Tyler O'Neill, he's batting versus that fastball. He's batting 429 as of late, the last month. One bomb, three extra base hits, 12% K rate. You gotta like that. The pulled air was there. Who the hell? Stallings, Jackson. Okay, 2 weeks. Tyler O'Neill, Urias, Westberg, Ramon Urias, pulled air. Tyler O'Neill, first at fastball last week, two extra base hits and a home run in the last week. Urias 2 for 3. I'll throw in the rest of sweeper in there. Now the sweeper gonna throw things off a little bit, and 6 for 17, 4 for whatever, 4 for 14. Okay. Tyler O'Neill, Urias. I think those are some guys that you can look at for some hits or something like that. Extra base hits or something like that. Like I said, with the wind blowing in like this, I don't know if Urias not even in the lineup. So it'll be Tyler O'Neill. For right now, Gunnar Henderson, Tyler O'Neill, guys that I can look at for hits and stuff like that. That kind of like been doing pretty good as of late versus this pitch mix. So those are a few guys that I'm looking at there. So Tyler O'Neill, Gunnar Henderson, right? But there's no telling what any of these people can do. Straight up, no telling what's going to happen here. Overall, you can take a look at something like this. What we got? Over under of 7 here, right? So you know it is what it is with that situation. Now, since I'm definitely so late here, what inning is that game? That White Sox game? I mean, what inning is that game in? The Cincinnati game. End of the fifth with a 3.5 total. They came out there dealing the day, boy. I know some people mad. Mm, mm. Hold up, guys. 6 inning, yeah. All right, so we got a 7.5 total here in this Detroit Tigers and Philadelphia Phillies game. Two good pitchers on the mound. It just feels like a game that I don't want to look at for bats. That's what it. But I can go in there. I don't expect Kerry Carpenter to be in the lineup. It's not a game that I really want to look at for bats, truth be told. I ain't even going to lie. I will refresh this just to see if any of these lineups are out. Uh, and then I'll take a look at some of these other totals real quick. So we got Milwaukee Brewers with the pitching staff here with Washington. They should get busy on them, hopefully. So and then it would be yeah, we got the All Star game. We got the All Star game. I'll be out. Yeah, I'll be out there. I don't know about in the building, but I'll be out there. I ain't. I don't go to too many games though, but it's gonna be lit. I'll be out there. Um, mm, Royals, Toronto, over on the 8 there. Over on the 8 for this Boston Red Sox uh, and Houston game. Cleveland, I mean, with the moves that the Twins made here, Cleveland, they still held on to Joe Ryan. I don't know how that happened, but with those moves that they did, we got some lower total games here. Rodon, Jansen Junk, New York Yankees, Miami Marlins, uh, The Giants, they lost some closers. Mets beefed up. Dodgers, um, that's going to be an interesting one. Over under 9 there. And then we got Coors Field on the mound. I mean, on the slate, Cincinnati and the Pittsburgh Pirates with 11.5. So, yeah, let me see something. Yeah, Padres definitely went off. Okay, the wind blowing out there in Colorado. We got 11.5 total there. So that's, yeah. And then, okay, so White Sox. Okay, we got over under 9.5 in that one. And no pitcher name for the White Sox yet. Then we got Liberatore on the mound. Padres minus 200 favorites against Liberatore. Lopez, Diamondbacks. Okay. Leiter and Gilbert. Okay. All right. All right. So let's rewind it back. Let's skim through these few games, man. Probably not gonna touch on a lot of games, but we're gonna skim through a few of them. Get my feet wet. Next time I won't be back until probably Sunday because I'm gonna get off work tonight, sleep for about 6 hours, 7 hours. Then I'm gonna go right back in. I'm getting off on second shift. I'm gonna go right back in on first shift Saturday, and then by that time I get off. Like by that time I get off Saturday, all the games will be planned, but I wouldn't have been researched. So Sunday will be the day. I'll probably be back here. So, like I said, looking at this, I mean, this could be a no runs first inning spot here, or it only takes one swing of the bat to kill that, right? But take a quick gander at this here, real quick, at this Detroit game, and see if we can speed read through some things here. Detroit, Philly. Um, Jack Flaherty will be on the road. I think he's a little bit better on the road, right? The lefties, 9 his home runs. Giving up 9 home runs on the road. He's giving up 4 of them on the road. His barrel is around 10%, so he can give up some barrel on the road to righties. To lefties, give up 10 home runs on the road. His K percentage goes from a 27 to a 25. It's a little bit better on the road. Extra velo and hard hit could be there for him. So it is what it is with that situation. Um, so we'll go straight to the lefties here. Um, of Philly and see what those usual. I'll be looking at those usual suspects, the Schwarbers and da 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 da's, right? So Flaherty is throwing. Let me see. Schwarber's got So the slugging and the ISO is there for a few of these guys, right? Average ain't there. K percentages, okay. And these guys will walk, right? At home here, I'll take a look at home. They are walking at home too. Some of these guys are walking. Kyle Schwarber strikeouts are higher at home. Bryce Harper strikeouts are higher at home because Jack Flaherty does got some K stuff, about 25% K rate on the road. So, all right, so I'll take the home switch down. And personally, I'll take a quick look at Kyle Schwarber and see how he stacks up against these pitches. So he likes that fastball, which he's throwing 48% of the time. He's got 24 hits on 88 at bats, 13 extra base hits, 10 home runs. So he likes that fastball. That slider, he's only 1 for 25 versus that slider. He's 0 of 6 on that knuckle curve. So Kyle Schwarber will be looking for that fastball early and often. He's throwing that fastball 48% of the time. That's what we got here, right? So he's only hitting that fastball. He's only throwing that sinker 2%. So Kyle Schwarber will be looking for that fastball because the other 50% of his pitches, he's only hit one time, right? So that's that in a nutshell, right there. The next bat we want to look at would be Bryce Harper. So Bryce Harper, uh, He's probably a better of all around hitter. We already know that, but it is what it is. But he don't hit for power like Schwarber does. As good as Schwarber, I don't know. I don't think. I don't know. I will. Don't get me to start rambling though. So the fastball he's throwing 48% of the time. He's only averaging 175 on that, 0.175. He's got 10 hits on 57 at bats, 8 extra base hits and 4 home runs. So of those 10 hits, 8 of them were extra base hits, right? On that fastball, meaning he can still crush one of those. Every time he hits one, it goes for extra base hits. I mean, it's exactly what it means. But he's 5 for 20 on the slider and 2 for 6 on that knuckle curve. Um, hmm. His put away pitch would be that fastball. This is how he's looking on that fastball. He will give up bombs. He's been looking pretty good on that slider and knuckle curve. He's throwing that slider and knuckle curve pretty good. These are Jack Flaherty's stats right here. Now, right. So I could actually bring it in a little bit, which I don't really have to. Last 4 weeks, he's got 3 bombs. Harper was hurt a little bit. Last 2 weeks, he's got 2 bombs. So from where this is looking at right now, the last 2 weeks, he would probably pop up in the green in the last 2 weeks. Bryce Harper, yeah, but they have been hitting bombs. Him and Schwarber, 3 bombs and 5 bombs in the last 2 weeks. Um, I really had to look at those guys. Last 7 days, Schwarber got 2 bombs, and Harper is 0 for 7. Kepler is 0 for 5. Uh, and Bryson Stott and Kepler, they strike out the last week. Bryce Harper been striking out last couple weeks, but him and Schwarber been hitting bombs. So those guys are home run candidates here. You know, as far as manufacturing runs together, I don't know if this how that's going to work out. Um, I'll flip it over to the righties. Flaherty's throwing fastball 47% of the time. Real Muto 15% K rate. Turner 14% K rate. Castellanos Bohm fly ball pull air. Bring it on back to lately. Oh, they got Harrison Bader too, right? Mm. Some of these guys showing the potential to strike out on this fastball here. So right here, the last month, I'll throw in the rest of the pitches. Remington 9 for 23. Few guys will strike out there. Okay, a few strikeouts there. What is his strikeout prop? Six and a half at plus money for Flaherty. Hmm. Last month versus right hand pitching. Philly. 20%. That's 2 weeks. Mm. Philly. Philly been hitting. Hmm. Hmm. Philly been hitting, huh? Mm. Uh, Let me go back to game day. Let's go back to Flaherty. Let me see some of his game logs. And let me flip the date around. He the K's are, I mean, 7 Ks versus Toronto. I mean, that's impressive enough right there, right? To say he can, he can get his Ks. That's impressive enough right there. It looks like he's been, because look at earned runs. Let me see. Lately, I mean, his last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games, he hadn't given up more than 3 runs. That's pretty good. And he gave up 0 runs versus Toronto. That was pretty cool there. He hasn't faced Philly this season. Um, yeah, walks. He can walk some folks. The pitches, 106, 78, 93. Yeah. Okay. What is his? Hmm. Why'd they take him down? Flaherty was just right there. Now they just took him down. Hmm. Harrison Barnes. He's not. He's not starting. Why'd they just take Flaherty down? That was interesting. We were just talking about Flaherty and they took him down. So whatever. Maybe they might wanted to bump his line. That's that. What was it? 6.5. Hmm. 6.5 looked okay. It looked like it was a gamble. Like yeah, it looked like that was a gamble. Cincinnati scored 6.5 at plus 110. That's interesting. That's an interesting play there. So he's hit this number in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of his last 6 games. The pitching outs, hmm, 6, 3, 5, 6, 5, 6. Mm. I don't mind his Ks, even though they don't strike out much. I don't mind his Ks because, like I said, he just faced a tough team in Toronto. They don't strike out much. Tampa Bay, Washington, Athletics. Okay, those are guys who do strike out. He gave the Cubs 9 Ks. San Francisco, Cleveland, Toronto. He gave Toronto 6 K. Maybe he got someone Toronto's number on the strikeouts. All right, so his strikeouts are in play. Okay, they are. Don't know if I get there, but they definitely in play. Um, on the Detroit side, Ranger Suarez, as of late, so the pitches, that's what I like. The numbers are there. The amount of pitches, pitch count, 108, 100, 100, 96, 80, 96, 101, 95. That's there. Uh, he's been getting hit. The last 4 games, 5, 6, 7, 8 hits. Uh, the K's 8, 4, 5. He's been in the neighborhood on his K's. In these matchups, let's see. Hmm. The innings, the amount of innings he's pitching, and then the earned runs, 163. Mm, he gave up 6-2. The Angels, all right. Angels came with the big bats. Okay. I say that Cubs game, I'm probably not betting on it. Or what time is it? 15 minutes. You know what I will do though? I'm just gonna do a hit parlay here. And I might just lean towards the under in this one, but we got over under 7 in that game. And what I'm gonna end up doing, actually, tell you what I'm getting ready to take in this game right now. I'm taking Gunnar Henderson, um, Tyler O'Neill. So Gunnar Henderson and Tyler O'Neill was the bats that I liked. Now, if you took them for one hits, run, and RBI a piece, you get it at a minus 115. Then I would add in let me see, maybe a Pete Crow with that. I guess I'll do 2 and 2, right? A Pete Crow. I'll go with a Suzuki, man. And if I was to do that, that's on Bet 365. But just something to take, some a little something for me. Go to the batters props. Um, I don't know what the number is. So if I take this over here, it would be 1 for Suzuki. Oh yeah, these odds are gonna be way higher, lower. Pete Crow and Tyler O'Neill. So about the same. That's a 236, a plus 236. That's not even a hit. That's a HRR, right? Oh, and I get a 240 on Bet 365. Now you got like somebody like a Pete Crow Armstrong and a Tyler O'Neill. You can get plus money for those two guys. You could actually take off Suzuki. See, something's been going wrong. Every time I live stream, like some of these sites be acting stupid, right? So I can take a Pete Crow Armstrong for one HRR and a Tyler O'Neill for one HRR, and that puts me at plus 110, right? That's either a hit, either a run, or either a RBI, right? So, it is what it is, right? So, truth be told, I'm gonna play these two, and then I'm gonna play those four, right? And not spending a lot of money though. I'm telling you that right now. But let's see if I can hit, uh, those two or those four, then reuse selections and take those couple down. Take the Gunner. Gunner is my favorite though. Gunner from Baltimore. Suzuki down and then bet them. Bang. See what that do. Okay. It's Flex Friday too for your $20 protected. Um, I would like and they Prize Picks be acting up too. If I got a 6 on Prize Picks, I'm taking it. Okay, like a 6 strikeouts, I will take that for Flaherty and just live with it, right? Uh, Flaherty's at a 6. Ranger Suarez at a 6. Okay, so back to the Detroit game. Let's look at the left hand. Uh, um, let's look at the left hands here. Last 30 days. Detroit 23% versus lefties. 93 WRC plus. Last 14 days versus lefties. Detroit 24% K rate, 106 WRC plus. Last 7 days, how many plate appearances? Detroit 62, not enough, not that many. But they hit somebody though. That was all right. Right over here. That's the first thing, a person I thought of was Torkelson, man. I think this might be his split here. This might be his split here. This is Torkelson. This is it. Yep, this is the split right here. His favorite split on the road versus lefties. Batting 388. Not a lot of at bats, of course, because it's a lefty, but this is where he tend to hit better. It's got a 274 batting average. WRC plus. OPS around 1400 versus all the rest of them, right? Slugging at 900. You don't very often get this. He doesn't very often get this spot, but this is the spot right here, right? It's a few batters that I remember, and he's one of them, right? And you don't really get this spot like that all the time. So what was that, Suarez? Mm, mm, he ain't seen him. That's I ain't gonna say even better, but that's I like that part too. Um, let's see, Ranger at home, he's got a 4.15 ERA. One bomb to lefties, five bombs to righties. Home versus lefties, home versus righties. Home runs, one at home to lefties, one at home to righties. On the road versus righties, where he gave up his few bombs at. Okay, cat and mouse. What is he throwing? It's going to be a cat and mouse game here. Ranger Suarez. Matter of fact, Torkelson is batting 299 on this pitch mix, 13 extra base hits, seven bombs. Fly ball is there. The pull air is there. Yeah, the fly ball there is the pull. The barrel is there. All right, let's see what he stack ups against the pitches he's throwing. Torkelson, he's throwing that changeup. Torkelson's batting uh, 7 for 21, three extra base hits, two bombs. That sinker, five hits, two bombs, and then these pitches. I mean, he looks good. He looks good. He looks good. He looks good. Okay, so Jemai Jones. All right. All right. So let's how about on the road? Okay. Torxes goes for a 299 to a 297. Oh, 400. There you go. 400. See? So I can also look at his pitches right here and then filter this. Uh oh. Right. Well, it's already filtered to on the road. And this is how we looking versus his pitches on the road, right? On the road versus a left hand pitching. Okay, on the road versus left hand pitching, and then you could throw day and night in there if you want to, but I ain't gonna go that far right now. But yeah, it's 4 for 9, so he's hitting this, pretty cool on the road. Okay, he's batting 400 on the road. Torres 297 on the road. Perez, whatever, smaller sample sizes, but Torkson's got the sample size that you're probably looking for on the season. All right, so where this game would be. What would this game be? A night game. I can't flick a night switch up there. Torkelson, two of his bombs came at night. Then I can also give, some of these guys, I can also give you the away at night. And Torkelson goes to a 375. Torres, a 500. These are numbers on the road at night. On the road at night, right? Torres 18 for 19. One thing, Torres ain't striking out. So that's interesting right there. All right. I don't get caught up in all those filters like that, but sometimes they because you got to take pitching into consideration, right? And Suarez is really good. So Torkelson last month, three extra base hits. He's batting 350. Then a dingler pops out here and there. So it is what it is with that situation. But his fly ball and pull air is there. The barrel kind of flops a little bit um, on the road there. Probably not enough data, not super, but on 5 for 8 on the road. So the numbers are not no striking out. Everything is pretty much standing up where it's supposed to be. Last 2 weeks. So no matter how you look at it, Torkelson has maintained his average, or just been pretty good versus pitch mix, right? And we know this is like one of his favorite spots. So you know what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. I'm not gonna be looking at too much here, but Torkelson would be one of those guys for me. Torres, Torkelson, they could be one of those guys, one of those bats. Even if you're looking for a hit or something like that, I couldn't talk you off of it. Okay. Torres, has he seen him? No, those are two guys that he hadn't. Oh yeah, he only had one at bat versus him. Not going to look at too much. Not going to try to look at too much or anything like that, because these are, like I said, this is a pretty good pitcher here. So Torkelson is definitely on the list. He's actually on the home run list as well. Um, the lefties, as far as the lefties concerned, let's take a look at them. Zach McKinstry, he's hit lefties. Well, I know he's hit lefties well. Zach McKinstry, he just don't look at him for power, even though he does have 9 extra base hits on his pitch mix. Zach McKinstry, the sinker, where he likes that sinker. He's 11 for 32 on that 4 extra base hits, and he likes that fastball. The pitcher's not throwing double digits to these other numbers. So when he gets to these lefties, he's throwing a lot of sinkers, right? As you can see. So what I will do here is come over here and single out the sinker and just see what these guys, how these guys stack up against it. So Riley Green is 12 for 42. And that's interesting for Riley Green not to be striking out on that sinker. So that's very interesting. Zach McKinstry, he's not striking out. Those would be the two guys that I would be looking at, versus that sinker. I don't think Kerry Carpenter would be in the lineup today. So Riley Green, Zach McKinstry, if you're looking for a hit or something like that, those can be, the guys that you're really, really looking at. But he's throwing Okay, the changeup. Okay, the changeup. Single out that changeup real quick. 25% of the time. That's the second pitch he's throwing. And versus lefties, not enough data, right? So these guys will be looking for the sinker, and it is what it is. Weird game. Weird game. Cincinnati got 3. I almost wanted to take that over. That's why looked at that. The over was at 3.5 last time I checked, man. That's why I went and looked at the inning. I wanted to take that over. I almost took a stab at it. Um, Parker, Quintana, 8.5 over under. The Washington Nationals pitchers are gone, so a lot of their pitchers are gone, man. So you want to be looking at those guys, targeting those guys on the second half of the season, that bullpen and stuff like that. Man, you want to start targeting them, man. So it is what it is. Mitchell Parker on the mound, uh, where looking at some of his game logs and stuff like that. Splits rather. I don't want to see his game logs. They are at home. They're at home. Okay. I expect them to hit him, win this game, and they should cover the run line. I mean, we'll see though. Mm, for as good as they've been playing, 13% K rate to lefties. Sal Frelick and Yelich, and you know, he's doing that fastball 60% of the time, then that curve, that slider. 60% of the time, fastball. That's crazy. None of these lefties got a home run off that fastball. On the road, Yelich is 6 for 12. Frelick is 7 for 12. They are hitting that fastball a little bit better on the road. Uh, One extra base hit over there. What was the other? Slider. Slider here. Between the fastball and the slider, only one person got a home run. That's Christian Yelich. On the road versus that slider, trash. Okay. Put them both together. Not the sexiest, but lately, Selleck and Frelick, of course, those guys be hit candidates for me, and I'm off of them lefties, and I'm gonna slide over here to the righties, where Parker's giving up 10 bombs. Of those 10 bombs, 4 of them come at home with a 15% K rate. Okay, he's throwing. Jackson Churio probably won't be in the lineup, so that's something that you want to take heed to there. Let's see. Frelick, Andrew Vaughn projected to hit second. Okay. Uh, hmm. Excuse me. What was he throwing again? That fastball and curveball and splitter. Yeah, okay. Trio, Reese Hoskins, Andrew Vaughn. Andrew Vaughn is 8 for 19 on that fastball. Damn, Andrew Vaughn. Huh? Mm, Andrew Vaughn. And he projected to his second. Last month he's 5 for mm, 7. No striking out. He's throwing that fastball. How much? 57% of the time. Mm. William Contreras, as of late last month, 3 of 6 versus that fastball. Last 2 weeks, Andrew Vaughn 4 for 4. Okay, Andrew Vaughn. Okay, Andrew Vaughn. Okay. Curveball and splitter. Mm, nah. I'm gonna look at that curveball though. Look at that splitter. Okay, I'm gonna tell you. Um, I probably would like Andrew Vaughn here. Yelich and Frelick for hits. Churio probably not going to be in the lineup. Andrew Vaughn on that fastball, he's been showing, he's been promising against that fastball. I could talk off a hit for any of these guys. Definitely like Andrew Vaughn because I think he's going to catch one of those fastballs if he got his eye right. Last 2 weeks, excuse me, last 4 weeks. William Contreras, Andrew Vaughn been hitting his pitch mix okay. Last 2 weeks, Andrew Vaughn 5 for 6. Most of that is the fastball. So as of late, and then William Contreras, he's been trying to come around too. I heard last week he was playing injured or something like that. So keep an eye on that situation. Yelich, Frelick, Vaughn, Contreras. I can't talk about those guys for hits. Um, on the other side here, you get the Washington and Katana. What them Cubs doing? No hits for nobody. Oh, they ain't even batted yet. All right. I don't really look at their righties like that, man. I'm gonna take a look at the lefty. That boy James Wood. Boy, what you been doing? Man, it's been a while for him on the home runs. Mm, 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 mm. What is Quintana throwing? Sinker, 47% of the time. Then he got that little dirty slurve. I don't think I want to target any of these bats, man. CJ, mm, Wood, low, maybe. 6 weeks. That's just the sinker. Put the rest of the pitches in there, man. Slurve and all that. Mm. What the hell? Hmm. Well, it'd be nice when James Wood comes back around, but just not what I really want to do right now. Um, I wanted this team total probably around 4.5. Is it 4? It's got to be 4.5 for Milwaukee. 4.5 for Milwaukee. I don't know. 4.5 for Milwaukee. Hmm. I'm gonna lean towards the over, man. I'm gonna lean towards the over because I know they bullpen gonna be jacked up. Their pitching is suspect. Man, I'm gonna have to keep it moving though. Uh, I I'm gonna have to keep it moving though. Kansas City at Toronto, where you got Gosman and Walker on the mound. Walker, he hasn't faced Toronto this season. Mm. Mm. Fastball 14 cutter. What's this? The lefties. Okay. At home. Lupa Fido. 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 I'm gonna have to go over to Twitch too, man, for a little while. So last 7 days, Luper Fido, whatever. Um, he's been warm. Him and Addison Barge have been warm. He's 5 for 7 though, so keep an eye on that situation. Want to see what he likes. Let's take a look at that. So his top two pitches, he ain't. It's probably been around for the last, but not a big sample size. But he's shown the ability. And Barger, so he's got a few home runs off his top two pitches, 7 in total. Okay, Barger, Lopafido. All right, the righties there. Bobuchet batting 385 versus him. No strikeouts. Vladdy, 184. Bichette's the only one with a bomb. Springer 6 for 17. Don't know what his status is going to be, if he played lately or not. I don't know. I haven't been tuned in, but he's projected. So we'll see. Michael Walker is throwing changeup, fastball, sinker, slider, whatever, man. All those pitches. I ain't gonna single one out. I'm just gonna leave them in there. At at home, strikeouts are intact for these guys. We know they can be pests when not striking out. We know that. Last month, Springer always been lighting up green. Vladdy though, Bobuchet, Vladdy, Springer, Kirk. At home, George Springer, Vladdy. I'll definitely be looking at Vladdy HRRs in this spot. I imagine Vladdy would probably be hitting that 3 spot. Okay. Or multi hits or something like that. Um, uh, Bobuchet is a candidate as well. Last 2 weeks, Vladdy been on one, right? 15 for 36, 14% K rate, 4 extra base hits. Last 7 days, damn, George Springer, 5 for 11 with a bomb, 27% barrel rate, pull air, not there. Damn, Vladdy, Command, Bo, Vladdy, Bo, Springer. Whew. Ty France, they got Ty France too. Damn. Mm. Springer, when the last time you played? Springer ain't. What's this? The first. He must be getting ready to come back today. Vladdy. Springer missed the last two games. Single, double. Okay. I'll be looking at Vladdy and Bo. But Vladdy, I'll be looking at Vladdy. Hits, runs, and RBIs, maybe bases. He got the ISO up. Keep an eye out to see if Springer's going to be in the lineup. Favorite bat here is Fred, Vladdy, Boba Springer, but Vladdy, I get a pitcher lead towards. I don't know, man. Toronto. Let's look at Kansas City. Salvador Perez been on one. Salvi 1 for 10 versus him. Uh, 25% K rate. Ain't faced KC this season yet. Strikeouts, three of his last four games, he got 8 strikeouts or better. You like to see that. Could be a game where you could look at his pitching outs. His pitching outs are what? 17.5 in the parlay piece. So Kevin Godman is he's throwing fastball 58% of the times, giving up 4 bombs on that. Fastball splitter guy. So we'll take a look at that fastball um, for sure. Of course, Bobby Witt and Salvi got 5 home runs apiece on the road there. It's where they've surprisingly been hitting this season on the road, but I haven't looked as of late. But Bobby Witt batting almost 400 on the road. All those 5 of those bombs of Salvi's came on the road, right? So that's something to, take heed to. Salvi does not have a home run uh versus him, Kevin Gosman. He does not. And lately, those bombs came late too, I believe. Lately, 4 of them came in the last month. Uh, versus that fastball in the last month, Salvi's batting 450, Bobby Witt's batting 421, Maciel Garcia 368. Yeah, last 2 weeks, Salvador's hit those bombs off this fastball in the last 2 weeks. 4 of them. Him and Marquez Garcia is 7 for 12. 7 days probably where they kind of get kind of spotty at. Probably cooling off. Marquez Garcia 4 for 5 on that fastball, so he's warm. 2 for 2 for Salvi. So they like that fastball. Salvi, Marquez Garcia. Bobby Witt is good at baseball. Um, Splitter, right? Look at that splitter. That'll be quick. Not so happy about that splitter. So, uh, you know, we're looking at the pitches here. He's throwing that fastball 58% of the time. Somebody's gonna try to catch it, right? So, but if you're looking at a bomb, I mean, Witt and Perez, if you think they can catch it in the form that they in, I couldn't talk you off of it, right? That's what we've seen right there. That's what we've seen. As far as the lefties, I just it's not don't look good, right? So you see the 5 for 29s and all that shit. There's nothing I can do. All right. If I even hit 3 weeks or some 2 weeks, maybe, but 3 weeks, I can't do nothing for you. You see what I'm saying? Can't do nothing, right? I can't help it. I can't help it out for you. So I mean I can go out to the last month, but that won't help. You know what I'm saying? So uh, you know, if Gosman can go out there and pitch good, then of course, at home, he's going to beat Toronto or nothing. Moneyline parlays, one line straight, some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm looking at it. I got some interest in Toronto all the way across the board here. Cubs got one. Was it a bomb? What was it? Nope. Kelly, Crow, Hap. Yeah, Rogers. Rogers done threw 19 pitches in 2 innings, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. All right. So Blue Jays minus 155 favorites. I like the Blue Jays. If you want to take the Blue Jays on the money line and get something down there to knock off that juice, I like that. Oh man, another 8. Man, I'm gonna have to skip some of these games. You got 8s and 8s and 8s, man. As bad as I want to look at them, I'm just gonna have to skip some of these games, man. If looking for bats, I gotta skip some. Rodon on the mound. Robbie Ray and Peterson. I gotta have to skip some of these games. Is these games gonna be good for pitching? So let me look at this. Let me look at this Colorado side of things, man. Straight up, over under 11.5 here. Let's see something. And Andrew Heaney been Since the teller, they finna get busy here. Andrew Heaney's throwing that what fastball crushed. Okay, he's getting crushed, right? ISO. All right. Game logs for Haney. So he gave up what? 0 versus Arizona. Or 7-3-4-0-7-7. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Haney, huh? All right. Hmm. Oh, this is the last 4 weeks. Mickey Moniak, one bomb. Mm. So you're probably gonna see some righties here. Let's take a look. The righties. Haney's giving up 12 bombs to righties. Of those 12, 9 of them come on the road. So there's some strikeout stuff there. Uh, some of these batters will strike out. Beck. What is he throwing? Fastball 47% of the time. Now, mm. How about at home? Because you have to look at these Colorado numbers at home. Doyle. Last month at home, 1 for 1. Only person. Bomb. Doyle. Throw the rest of the pitches in there. Boy, this ass teams here, man. Mm, mm. This is wild as hell. Golly, I'm tired as fuck. Mm. Well, one thing about this is Coors Field. I like Doyle. But this Coors Field, anything can happen here, right? Anything can happen. Uh, my daughter can hit a home run out of this sucker. Go over here to Pittsburgh here. So you're definitely gonna be looking at Reynolds, Cruz, and all that. They get versus Sensatella. That shit crazy. It's gonna be crazy. Yeah. Sensatella's throwing to righties. I look at the righties. He's throwing fastball 50% of the time, then a slider. Fastball, slider. McCutcheon got 3 bombs. Fam 300. IKF 300. Um, Slider. McCutcheon. Boy, oh boy. They couldn't get two worse offenses to get up there and play baseball today. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Lefties, man. Damn. Season Taylor is throwing what? Fastball 61% of the time, man. O'Neal Cruz. Jackson Winsky, will he be in the lineup? They're striking out tail. This Horowitz has been all right. Last month, nope. Boy. Hit the full pitch mix, man. Golly. Football, is football here yet? Horowitz. Well, it's course, and a lot of these numbers don't look like nothing, but trust me, you can just look at names on this one. You can leave it up to the names on this one. Wins blowing out a little bit too. 83. It's Coors Field, man. It's got to pop off in there. It's got to. Hopefully it does. Damn, they went over. All right. Uh, who's pitching for the White Sox? Shane Smith. We'll see. He might be on the bump today. He might be on the bump. We'll see. Uh we can look at the White Sox bats though. Somebody like, man, they said the White Sox send the lefty. The White Sox been crushing lefties. So Anderson's got lefty split, so reverse split. So he's pitching his worst versus lefties. As you can see, 300 batting average. Barrel was there, 8 bombs. Where would they be at? At home. So at home, hit the home switch here. A little bit better at home, but still not all that. Tyler Anderson. Looking at his game logs, hadn't faced the White Sox. Fastball, cutter, changeup, sinker. Okay. Away. last month. Mike Talkman last month, batting 350. Andrew Benintendi 281 and Kyle Till 316. Bring it in slowly last 3 weeks because we know how good they've been versus lefties. Benintendi batting 400, Teal 629. Benintendi not striking out. His fly ball and pull air is there. Barrel could be higher, inching it in slowly. Benintendi 11% K rate the last 2 weeks with 2 bombs. Talkman 2 bombs. All these guys got a bomb there. Throwbacks, what's happening? Throwbacks say bounce back day. Okay. Last 7 days, Talkman, Benintendi. I'll be looking at Talkman and Benintendi. Like I said, what was that? Uh, wait a minute. I tripped out on that one. I tripped out on that. I don't think I had the right pitch mix up there. I'm sorry. Okay, Talkman. Yeah, it'll probably be Talkman and Benintendi for me. Benintendi, I mean, what up? What time you got to be to work, son? 4. What days you got to be to work at 3? How many? Oh, the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. All right, tomorrow and then. Oh yeah, well I won't be here tomorrow. She'll take care of you though. Got that first. That boy got that first paycheck yesterday, y'all. He got that first paycheck. Yeah, first paycheck, man. That boy ready to blow that thing. All right. Uh, okay, let's just some of these rights before I make a full decision on anything here. These righties. Remember, Anderson is pitching his worst to lefties. So he's giving up 12 bombs to righties. At home, of those 12 bombs, he's giving up 5 to righties. Tyler Anderson is throwing the changeup and the four seamer, 44 and 42. The changeup is giving up 7 bombs. The four seamer 7 bombs, changeup 4. So the changeup, let's see. Sosa, Robert. Robert's got 3 bombs on that changeup. So shout out to Don Player. Okay. Fastball. Oh yeah, DraftKings added early exit. If I ain't bet nothing since my last stream, so I ain't been on. I ain't been doing nothing. But that's good. Early and then Bet365. If Bet365, you get the early payout if your team go up 5. I always remember that. That's why I like betting my money lines and stuff, even in my parlay legs and stuff like that. Because even on the parlay legs, not the spreads though, they got to be money lines. So the team go up 5, they'll cash you out. But you said DraftKings added early exit if a player gets hurt, you get your money back. Okay. Narrative. I know I can't wait to miss. Oh, Bet365, right. So there's some green here, right? On this fastball. There's some green here. And you guys know what they've been doing to lefties, right? They've been crushing lefties as of late. So that's interesting, right? There's some green here though. Robert. I'm finna go get I'm finna put my Robert. I'm finna put my Robert jersey on after I put it all together and see how this, if it looked like I think it's getting ready to look. Michael A. Taylor. Last 4 weeks, they've been looking green. It's how they've been looking the last 4 weeks versus lefties. They've been looking green. Mm. Put both all the pitches mixes together. Last 2 weeks, right here. Michael Taylor, 4 for 8 with 3 extra base hits. Three of those three of those 4 hits for Michael Taylor were extra base hits. Nobody striking out last 2 weeks. Damn. Last month then. Okay. All right. Don't know which one I got to see the lineup. That's all. Let's see. Let's refresh this. Chicago. Oh, right here. Nobody. Projected. Robert, Benintendi, Vargas, Cuero, Meadroff. All the motherfuckers looked good. Taylor, Talkman. Over under 9. It's gonna look like a 9 over or nothing for me. Even I don't even have to look at the Angels bats. I know what they can do. The Angels. I know what they can do. They can help produce to a over, so it would definitely look like an over for me. Not gonna look at the Angels bats till I get confirmation on that, but I ain't gonna look at the Angels bats. Next go here. I like the White Sox to score runs. Uh, they might have a strong 3.5 or a light 3.5. Oh, they got a 4.5 team total at plus 100. Okay, okay, and then minus 125, 4.5 for the Angels. So I can see runs being put up here. I definitely could. Uh, so shout out to that. David Peterson and Robbie Ray. Mm, Matthew Libertor. I'm gonna have to take a rain check on some of these games, man. For a second, let me see, because it's gonna be some pitching. I might have to alter some Ks. See, I didn't look at this slate, so I really wasn't prepared. Let me take a look at tomorrow real quick. Tomorrow, Baltimore or the Cubs get Sugano in the morning. Snell back. Oh, Snell back. Um, Noah Cameron, Toronto, Skeens and Coors, Scooble and Zach Wheeler. Oh my God. Uh, Woodruff, Milwaukee should get that one. Um, DeGrom, Castillo, Schlittler, Perez, and some Gallen and Ginn, Savali and Hendricks. Hendricks, boy, oh boy, I'm gonna have to stop betting against him. Shit, McGreevy, Vasquez. Okay, couple pitchers not out, so I'm going to be prepared tomorrow for sure because I think I'm going to go to work today, start doing tomorrow today, like early in work. So let's see if I can get one or two more games in, and I'll give you guys my thoughts on a few of these plays, a few of these pitching plays here that I'm looking at. So I'm not even gonna want none of the Rays. I'm gonna like the Dodgers here. I should like the Dodgers. They already minus 130 favorites. I could probably see them on the money line. That's a good. I like the number. I like the number for that money line in Tampa Bay or runs being put up in Tampa Bay. One or the other. Tampa Bay, maybe the Dodgers in the over. I mean, I'm tired of looking at the Dodgers. I mean, I ain't tired of looking at them, but I mean, what you want me to do? We know Otani is in play. Um, I'm interested to see what the team total is for San Diego here. 4.5 plus money. 4.5 plus money. Libertor hasn't faced San Diego. He it's Machado. You know Machado. Come on now. A lefty, 20% K rate. So Machado's got a bomb on him already. For sure, I'm gonna like Machado. And in that spot, like HRRs, you could probably ladder his HRR. He's giving up 5 bombs on that fastball. Two of his top three pitches getting hit, but top two pitches, fastball and slider. And then he's throwing about 5 pitches, like 5, 6 pitches, man. Fastball and slider. What I'm gonna do here is put them together. Slider. Fastball. Machado, 7 extra base hits, 7 bombs. Oh shit! Ah. Oh my god! Oh my god! They got Laureano. And oh no, what's the line, man? If they don't put them boys in that lineup today with Pavetta on the mound too, man, Joe, they gonna ooh, Padres. What's the projected lineup there? Oh, they got Freddie Furman, Iglesias. They got some. Look at them motherfuckers. Damn, damn. Mm. Mm. Last 2 weeks, Machado don't have a bomb off this pitch mix or nothing. Iglesias, that was interesting. I still like him though. Last 3 weeks. Okay, well, look at Tatis then. Could be wrong. Look at that shit, man. Give me the motherfuckers on the run line. Fuck that. Tatis coming around. Okay. Well, let me see these lefties. Now Machado's historically hit lefties, so we're not gonna, too much worry about that. But hits, runs, and RBIs, I'm with it all the way across the board. Team totals. If you think they're gonna put up runs, you can do team total ladders. I might mess around and do something like that. Matthew Liberatore is throwing to lefties. He's throwing the slider 39% of the time. Definitely want to key in on that. See who likes that. Cronenworth 4 for 13, and Reyes 10 for 27. So looking at the lineup, you see Reyes is green always, right? He's just walking green, and then you got Reyes. Oh, wait a minute. What's the lineup gonna be, man? They've been switching up their lineups. Like if Reyes was at the 1, and then Tatis was at the 2 or the 1, then because Machado most of the time is at that 3 spot. So Machado, I'll be looking at for them hits, runs, and RBIs behind. But now I got to see who's in where, right? Because now you're gonna have. I mean, it's if this was the lineup, I could say, hey, I give them the benefit of the doubt. Machado, the last 2 weeks ain't been looking too good versus this pitch mix. Okay, whatever, right? But you got. Mm, let me finish looking at this shit. Right, Laureano, them back there. Yeah, this is. Yes, Cronenworth, Jackson Merrill ain't been doing what we want him to do, but we can flip it up to at least the last 3 weeks and see. Last 3 weeks, since it's a lefty, small sample size. Merrill 1 for 5. I mean, Sheets. I would rather see. Um, Let me see, last 4 weeks. So I would rather see in this 1 and 2 spot be Tatis and Reyes, in the 1 and 2, Machado at the 3, Jackson Miller at the 4. That's what I would rather see. Or a Reyes. Reyes can't be nowhere but at the 1 or 2 for me. I don't know how they're gonna do that shit. It's gonna be interesting to see what their lineup gonna look like because they got Ryan O'Hearn too. So I don't know. I'm not gonna wreck my brain on that. Um, I'm not gonna wreck my brain on that. So flip it back over to the righties. So we know Reyes is always in play. If we go back to the last 3 weeks here, um, not too much because you got a lefty in the play, right? You don't see a lot of lefties. But last 4 weeks, I'll flip it over to the righties. So versus this pitch mix, let me see. Tatis, what's he been? He's looking good, right? He's trying to come around. It's the top 2 pitches he ain't looked good versus. That's why this is so good to take a look. That don't mean he can't hit him, ain't and won't hit him. It's just, you know, the top 2 pitches where he's throwing the most. And you know he went through a monster drought, right? So that fastball and that slider, he wasn't seeing it good at all, right? You know what I'm saying? But then when you rewind it back, so I would say the last 3 weeks he probably been seeing them just a tad bit better, and it's showing up in his numbers. And that's the beauty of seeing, looking at the timeline and seeing what's been going on full season. He started off the season hot, then in the middle, a big ass gap where he just ain't been doing shit. Then, he tried to pick it up a little bit in the last week or so. So I don't know. We'll see, right? This is the last 3 weeks. Xander been Xandering, right? He been okay. Machado 3 for 14 last 3 weeks. He fallen, you know, he, 2 for 9 the last 2 weeks. But it's a lefty. You don't see lefties. Like I said, historically, Machado been good versus lefties. Then you got Loriano who's good versus lefties. Sometimes you might have to attack things other way. You might see something, it just might not sit right with you, right? So maybe money line parlays, run line straights, maybe Pavetta K's. I don't normally target St. Louis for K's. Maybe Pavetta K's or maybe team total, San Diego team total over, maybe 4.5, something like that, right? Looking at Pavetta here, so he's given up 13 bombs, 4 of them to righties, 10 of them to righties. He's got at home versus righties at 32% K rate, 27% K rate at home to lefties. XFIP is low, like not the biggest strikeout team, but St. Louis, but you know. And then on the road, St. Louis ain't been good at all. So Wilson Contreras got a 35% K rate, 2 bombs, 6 extra base hits in the last month. If he can catch one, he's got the power to get it on up out of there. Fly ball 55, pull air around 20, barrel percentage around 17. Last 2 weeks, Mason Wynn been getting some hits, 4% K rate. Contreras will still strike out though. Not enough for me on the righties for me to be convinced that they'll try to win this game. I mean that they will win this game. Or now looking at the lefties, we know Donovan and Burleson. Those are my guys. So Donovan's on the season betting 400 versus this pitch mix. That's fucking good, right? So let me see what he's throwing. That fastball, of course, 50% of the time versus that curve, plus that curveball. Let's take a look, right? So that fastball, 50%, curveball, 40%. Take a look at that fastball straight up right now. Donovan's 400 on that fastball. Burleson 300 with 9%. They ain't striking out, right? So slide it on down to lately. How about the last 3 weeks? Last 3 weeks, right? Last 2 weeks, 7 days, whatever, right? Fastball. Uh, go back over to the curveball. He's throwing a curveball 42% of the time. So he's only throwing 2 pitches. See what they look like versus their curveball. Burleson, 7 for 19, 3 extra base hits, and a bomb with a 10% K rate. Donovan, 3 for 20, looks bad, 8% K rate. How about lately? Like last week? Nothing. Last 2 weeks? Mm, whatever. Last 3 weeks? Whatever. Right here, last 3 weeks, both pitches together. Burleson he ain't struck out. 5 for 16. Last 4 weeks, Burleson 7 for 20. So Burleson would be the guy that I would be looking at. That's not enough for me to. That's not enough for me to like, whatever, right? Um, what's the strikeout prop for Pavetta? Not that I'm going there, but it just is what it is. Pitcher strikeouts for Pavetta, 5.5. Whew, it could be done. Either that, or you can look at his pitching outs, right? Because this team don't strike out much. As of late, they probably do. So I got to go through the motions, right? Pavetta does have 10K upside if he's dealing. Arenado don't strike out. Contreras 1 for 1 versus him. The rest of these guys, meh, right? So let's take a look. Versus righties, the last 30 days, St. Louis down here at the bottom. Okay. Last 14 days, St. Louis. It's easier said than done, I'm tell you that. So I'll go back to the last 30 days and then I'll flip the road switch. See how they've been on the road. St. Louis still down there. Okay. But that's not bad. Okay. I mean that doesn't mean nothing. That don't mean he can't hit his K's. But you can also take a look at, okay, so if he ain't striking motherfuckers out, we could take a look at his pitching outs. Okay. His pitching outs. Pavetta's pitching out sitting at 17.5 at a minus 150. There's a few other pitching outs on the slate that I do like. So those can be parlay pieces as well. Or, or, you could look at pitcher to record the win, right? So you'll get like if you think Pavetta's going to pitch good and they're going to prevail, you'll get that Pavetta to get the win at a plus 120, right? So it's other ways. You every time I point that shit out, it's a L, right? I'm terrible when it comes to picking sides, but that's what happens. That's what it does. So um, yeah, I got probably about 15 more minutes here. So I like the Padres here. Moneyline parlays, run line straights. Wouldn't mind you sprinkling on a win or something like that. You'll get a win for Kevin Gosman at plus 165. Shit like that. It's easier said than done though. You know what I'm saying? It's easier said than done. Gosman was the other guy I did have interest in his pitching outs. Uh, Hunter Brown, I have interest in his, some shape, form, fashion for him. It just flipped over. The slate flipped over to me, and it's looking like a lot of good pitching matchups on the slate. You got Rodon. Um, if I would have known all this, if I would have looked at it last night, I literally just woke up and just started looking at things. Don't want to keep looking through all these good pitching matchups and seeing, not seeing what I want to see. Gilbert, another good pitching matchup where Gilbert is a righty, right? Gilbert, no, 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 no. Yeah, he's a righty. Okay. Let's see, righties. No, I think they strike out versus lefties. Um, I think they strike out versus lefties. Texas. I still think it's an okay spot though for strikeouts though, because you got Gilbert. He's got that stuff. He got a 33% K rate to lefties and a 38% K rate to righties. So, but I don't know what Gilbert's strikeouts is, but that's a decent strikeout matchup. Strikeout matchup. The Mets been struggling versus lefty, so I don't know if I really want to target them. But Ray's got K stuff, but Ray they can probably get Ray jammed up. I don't know. Carlos Rodon's got some good K stuff, but these boys can get pesky because they don't strike out a lot. But I don't know how Miami is versus left. And then Jansen Junk. I have to go back and do a spot check on Jansen Junk, so I can do that right now. Hmm. Hmm. What's up? What's up, Harry Potter? What's up, my guy? Jansen Junk been pitching good as of late. Baltimore, Cincy, Kansas City, He gave up 4 to Kansas City, Milwaukee. He gave up 3 to Milwaukee. And he gave up 5 runs twice this season. Jackson had a play for him. I have to go and look. Okay, let's check. No, let me see. With Criswell, under 2.5 strikeouts. They had Leiter, over 1.5 walks. They have Rogers, under 2.5 runs earned. Jansen Junks, under 1.5 walks. He ain't been walking nobody. Judge ain't out there, so I can see that happening. Okay. Then Mets money line, Pirates money line. I caught King said I caught that single 8Ks early, rocking with Junk, Bass, Leiter, and Gilbert to get overs. It's nice, man. Damn, he had 8, or did he have more? He had more than 8. 10. Damn. Woo. You probably bet primary pitching props, don't you, King? I used to be like that. I did not know what the fuck they seen in bats. I used to be like that. MLB is here. I mean, MFL is here now too, man. So usually like so when the ML when like if NBA is in, and then when the NBA playoffs come around, I just completely ghost NBA, right, and go straight to MLB. Now that NFL is getting ready to come in, he said homers. Oh, Slop got you hooked on the K's when you hit for that 10K. K's are good, bro. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, now the MLB NFL is coming in. I don't know. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, right? Because I'm gonna end up fading off because I'm only one person because so how it is with the M in with NF with ML NFL is I don't know, man. NFL and MLB and then NBA. It seemed like it just hit like those three, those MLB, NFL, and NBA just like come in like man, they come in strange. Cause I'll be on in NFL for a few weeks, and then MLB just, I mean, in the NBA just take trump all that. Truthfully, you know what I'm saying? Cause it's more of an everyday thing. But we gonna get through it. I'm gonna get through it. But yeah. So you said you on start using like game day insights for K research, just like NBA defense versus position. Yeah, for sure. Especially with those detailed pitch mixes, you can dive right in there and see who's doing what. It ain't always. I mean, a lot of people still go, based handedness, but you can get down to the nitty gritty. Like a lot of people use that prop finder. I've used it a few times. Doink. I've used it a few times and stuff like that. But I think this gives me the most control over what I'm looking for, and then the additions that he's throwing in there, it works for me. It works for me. You know what I'm saying? But you got people that are looking at these sites for different things. I'm looking to scrape up anything I can scrape up. Some people just looking for bombs. You know what I'm saying? Some people just, and then it's a lot of metrics and stuff. I can't go off all metrics. You got to find my personal sweet spot, and just look at those metrics because these sites they add in metrics from left and right, and you have to find what works for you. Especially in baseball, your best player can go. Your best player can go. Your favorite player can go over for forever, and it's normal. It says introducing. If your player exit early due to a If your player exits early due to an injury, you may be eligible to receive your wager back in cash credit. Mm, your wager back in cash credit. Mm. See, I like how he added home run targets in the main breakdown. Makes it easier. Home runs. Oh, and you might be talking about those. I don't look at that much, but yeah, I know what you're talking about for sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So and then, like I said, the first like now it's like I know what I'm looking for, and I'm not seeing it. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully I can carry that over to next year, right? But you go through so many different phases in MLB to where the beginning of the season is way different than the halfway through or the second quarter of the season. They just different. It's just all difference, man. It's all different. And then you got the new kids on the block. That should be wild as hell. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. So, um, Lopez, um, Athletics, the favorites there. I want to see who's going to be pitching for the Diamondbacks, but man, Athletics might be well at home though with a 9.5. We could definitely expect to see something happen there. Um, hmm. In that ballpark, runs can be put up here. Hmm. Robbie Ray Williams or Ryan. Hmm. I can't mess with the Boston Red Sox like that. And these few games here we already looked at. So I ain't gonna lie. Off the back, not my favorite game for bats. Favorite day for bats. Um, Shane Smith is supposed to be on the mound for this White Sox game. I can see instances where this game can go over, and the Chicago White Sox game can go over. Pittsburgh game is just all out warfare. Whatever you want to do. Um, Sadly, it's two bad teams, two bad pitchers. Colorado can strike out. Um, Haney could be. It could be one of those days where Haney can probably hit his K rate Ks. Who knows, right? We got 11.5 total in this one though. Anybody in the world can hit a home run in Coors Field, so that's what and then the altitude and everything. Um, this Dodgers game I did not look at, which I probably should have looked at. And I didn't look at this I didn't look at this Minnesota, Boston, Yankees, or this San Francisco game. Um I think you can look at Rodon for his strikeouts and or pitching outs. Ryan and strikeouts and or pitching outs. Brown strikeouts and or pitching outs. Those pitching props are in play. Um, Waka, I mean Gosman, I would look at him for his pitching outs. You could also look at Waka for something like, I mean, Gosman for something like the win. The win, I think it's, I can see a pathway for him to get the win, and there's a pathway, some type of pathway for Carlos Rodon to get the win, uh, or his pitching outs. As far as another win, Pavetta could be a pitcher that could probably get a win. Wins are most likely plus money or better, right? Um, the way the Diamondbacks have been going, you know, wouldn't be surprised if Lopez went out there and did something good. But this ballpark scares me. I can see instances where Logan Gilbert can go out there and get his K's outs and the win. Excuse me, some shit like that. One or the other, and Uh, what I will do is I'll look at Seattle Mariners bats. I'll look at Seattle Mariners bats and I'll get out of here. I ain't fully prepared. I'm not fully my first day back. I'm not fully prepared. Truth be told, I didn't do a skim over the slate or nothing like that. But you know, it is what it is. And I'll give y'all a few bats that I like. But I do want to take a look at these new look bats. How they're gonna look tonight. Therefore, yeah, you said trade deadline K's and new guys for homers. Yeah, so I want to take a look at these Seattle bats and what type of potential they would have versus a lighter or something like that. Okay, so I get to write these up there. They got some bats over here. They did what they had pitching already. So don't sleep on Seattle. They had pitching already. Shit, Jack Leiter. I might have to do me some type of builders or something, man. I might have to do me some type of builders with some strikeouts or something and give me some strikeouts and pitching outs and a few money lines today and give me some plus money and go about my business. I'm already losing the first two today. The hit lay we did. I did. Let's see. Could. Mm, none of them motherfuckers got a hit. Carson Kelly got two. Pete Crow. Yeah. Whatever. Um. Hmm. Milwaukee, Kansas City, Baltimore, Cincinnati, Minnesota, San Francisco Giants gave him 5. The matchups, the people he faced Angels, San Francisco, Colorado, Pittsburgh, Washington. That's all ass right there. San Francisco, Colorado, Pittsburgh, Washington. Okay, whatever. Atlanta, San Francisco, Minnesota, Cincinnati, Baltimore. That don't even sound all that scary. Kansas City Warriors got at his ass. All right, they probably about to hit him. Where they at? That's that big ass ballpark. Now, I don't know. I'm gonna have to reiterate that because I was targeting Seattle at home for strikeouts. So this new look team, I have to reiterate that all over again, straight up. Go look at these lefties though. Um, so Leiter's throwing fastball, sinker, slider. I'm not even gonna single one out. I'm gonna just let him ride. At home, I like to target this offense on the road. Bet on this offense on the road. Polanco, 10 extra base hits, 6 bombs. At home, 19 bombs for okay. 23% K rate for Leiter. Last month here, Polanco, 15% K rate. The fly ball is there for Polanco and Riley. Air is there, percentage, pull air percentage, and the barrel rate is there for those two. Last 2 weeks, Kyle Riley with 4 bombs, Polanco with 2. Fly ball is there for both of them at 52. Leiter's fly ball is there. Barrel rate, whatever, right? 7 days. 3 bombs in the last 7 days for Riley. Sheesh. Mm, mm, mm. Crazy work. Righty's here. Righty's at home. Damn, they got another. I forgot all about Suarez ass sitting in there. Oh my God. Damn, that's strong as hell. Wow. Hell no. Ain't no way. Suarez. Julio Rodriguez been balling as of late. Mm. Julio Rodriguez. Suarez. What's the total here? 7.5. What's the team total? 4.5. Favored it to the under at a minus 145. 2.5 for Texas. 2.5. What's the strikeouts for 7? It's got to be 7.5. 7.5 plus 120. Oh shit. Gotta look at Texas now. 37% K rate to righties for Logan Gilbert. Logan Gilbert is throwing fastball, slider, splitter. Garcia on the season is a K. Langford, a K. That's 2. I don't know who else going to be in that lineup. Let me see. Langford, 1. Garcia, 2. Evan Carter, probably 3. But we'll see. All right, go back. Was Josh Young in there? We'll see with that lineup. Josh Smith is definitely can strike the fuck out. If he ain't hot, he'll go sit down somewhere. They will be on the road. All right. Last month, Garcia Simeon jumped to a 31% K rate the last month. Um, and Wyatt Langford been striking out basically the whole season. Higasiaka, whatever. He's been looking okay the last month. Berger, whatever. Garcia, it's been okay. 2 weeks. Langford, Hayasaka. Hmm. Lefties. Logan Gilbert, 34% K rate to lefties. Even at home, his K rate goes to from a 34 to a 36% K rate with a 50 ground ball. So Smith, surprisingly, look at him, 13% K rate. Look at him. He clowning. With that, he usually be striking out. Jock Peterson in the lineup. Mm, last month, Carter sit down somewhere, strike out. Corey Seager shown the ability to strike out in the last month, 34%. Okay. Roddy Tellez. They both might get over on Max K's or over on Max. Hmm. Interesting. We'll see. Smith. Smith, I would have thought Smith would have been striking out on these pitches, but apparently these some of the pitches he likes. Last 2 weeks, all these guys, if they ain't hitting, they've been striking out. So you can see that the last 2 weeks. So there's flashes of strikeouts all around. So there's flashes of strikeouts. This is the last 2 weeks. This is the last 3 weeks I'm putting up there right now. So the last 3 weeks they've been striking out. You can see that. So strikeouts are definitely in play in some shape, form, or fashion. If he don't get there, he don't get there. But they're in play. And it is what it is. There's gonna be some strikeouts, right? Hopefully I ain't wrong, because I'm definitely gonna be betting. I probably end up taking the 7.5 at plus money, man. Maybe. Looking at Gilbert here. 7 Ks the Angels, 10 Ks Milwaukee, 9 Ks Detroit. So it is what it is. He just faced Texas. He had 7 Ks. That was on the 27th of June, but a little bit over a month. Pitching outs, kind of spotty, right? Kind of spotty. In a situation like this, though, would I take the win? If I think they're gonna, if I think they're gonna win, they'll get plus 105 for Logan Gilbert right now. If you think they're gonna win, if you think he's gonna get the win, the pitching outs for him minus 175 juiced up for 6 innings pitched as a parlay piece, and he's hit that number, and lately he ain't been hitting that number, bro. He ain't been hitting that number. His pitch has been kind of scarce, right? So he's hit that number once in this last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 games, man. He hit that number twice this year, the pitching outs, and they got it at a minus 170 right now. He didn't even hit it versus them on the 27th. So it's a minus 170 for his pitching outs. And then looking at his numbers, the innings, his pitch counts. I mean, he hit 100 once. His pitches last, 4 of his last 5 games been good. 102, 94, 99, 92. So I can't talk you off of that. Don't look like they want him to go. Don't look like they want him to go over 100 like frequently or something like that. Because he almost hit 6 innings right here. I don't know what happened in that game, but he gave up 1 run, 99 pitches. He gave up 1 run and 17 outs. Come on, man. Let me go 6. Let me finish it off. Let me finish him off. He only gave up 1 run, but they could have been threatening whatever. He could have been getting the jam. I don't know what happened. But You know, he's only went 17 and a half pitching outs twice this season. Usually when these pitchers they in tougher matchups, but you can still get their Ks. You know, sometimes I was getting mixed up with that, just still taking their Ks and stuff like that, and still taking their Ks, and I mean still taking their outs, and you know you get your Ks sometimes rather quick, and you get your Ks and still get pulled. Now, like I always say, DraftKings they make it pretty easy. Not easy, but nothing's easy. But they make it to where you could they make it to where you can say, hey, well, I like I like the pitching outs for this pitcher, right? Outs recorded. let's say let's say Gosman. Let's say um, hmm. Let's say that's where we were. Let's say now I think Pavetta can hit his pitching outs. Let's say where we were, Logan Gilbert, and then we can come over here with that 175. That's a minus 175 for his pitching outs right there. And then you can go over here. They didn't used to let you do this, right? They didn't let you do that. They didn't used to let you do that. Then you can slide in there and as a same game parlay and slide in there for some Ks, right? You can go in there and put what 4K, 6Ks up there, and that's a minus. No, that's a minus 1 4. You go 7Ks. You're not gonna get the full, the full. You know what I'm saying? The full, but the 7Ks, pitching outs plus money, right? As to where, and then numbers. I already know how the numbers work because I could go. I could have put that. Anything else from any other game would have got better than minus 140. Like the 6Ks at minus 475 would have got you at least minus 115 anywhere else. Because look, because it's the same game, it's not gonna calculate right. But I can come over here, let's say a Jacob Lopez, and take a minus 450 right there and put it there, and it's going to give you a 109 because it's not the same game. You see what I'm saying? So I could take the Jacob Lopez down, and then because they got a correlation rule in there because it's the same game, and I take that 450 over here, um, that 450, that 475 over here, and it's going to go from a minus 175 to a minus 140, right? Versus when I took that one for Jacobs, it took it all the way down, right? So it's a numbers game because I used to bet numbers like that. My bankroll builders, any three minus 400s would have got you the plus money no matter what, as long as it wasn't correlated. So you had to pick them from each game to game to game. That's how I used to bet. You know what I'm saying? My bankroll builders come give me a minus 400 here, 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 and I'm at plus money. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. Because I used to go Gilbert was 475. It's probably a little high, but then like I said, I would come over here to uh, I could even throw the Jacob Lopez up there, and then I would go up there and get something like a you could throw the 5Ks in there right there, and you would get in there. This is so janky, man. This is so janky. DraftKings hasn't fixed this with my man. DraftKings hasn't fixed this. This is so janky, man. You can't even click on nothing, man. That's so janky. Clear all. Bam, bam, bam. Yep. Stuff like that. That's how I used to do mine, preferably in NBA, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. But I'm gonna tell you guys what I'm getting ready to do. Um, and my thoughts here. So don't have a lot of bats, if any at all. I want to see. I want to see. I want to see what the. I like Milwaukee here. But Andrew Vaughn. Truth be told, I want to see where he's hitting in the lineup. My favorite bat, probably one of my favorite bats here. As of late, he's been hot. I just want to, get on that hot train. But Frelick, Yelich, Vaughn, all and Contreras, first four can take you off a hit there, right? Um, I'm taking a rain check on the Washington Bats. Not going to bet this Milwaukee game, but it's Milwaukee or nothing. Uh, I like, I like. Trey Turner, Schwarber, Real Muto. I like Torkelson here. Hits all the way up to a bomb. Tough matchup, but this is one of his best splits. Uh, Torkelson. I like it hits all the way up to a bomb. Um, Surprisingly, Riley Green looked okay, just a little bit okay. Schwarber and Harper, they've been on one in the home run categories as of late, so I couldn't talk you off of that. Um, Two good pitchers on the mound, though. Take pitching into consideration. If I was taking anybody for a bomb here, shucks. A bomb, it would be Torkelson and Schwarber, a bomb lay. Straight, if I take one for a bomb straight, haven't looked at the numbers, it would have to be Torkelson, though. Or Schwarber, but Torkelson. I'm going to lean towards Torkelson today. Um, Vladdy, okay, so right. So we don't have Springer. So, okay. Looper, whatever, Lopper, whatever. He looked good, right? Um, you can look at hits, runs, and RBIs for or hits or hits, and you can also look at multiple hits for guys like Vladdy and Bo Bichette because that's what they do, right? That's what they do. Um, it's money line parlays, run line straight for me, and I like Toronto and Gosman. You can look at his pitching outs. You can look at Gosman for the win. His pitching outs, if you think he could, get busy, I think you could look at him for the win. If I'm looking at anybody for a home run, it's going to be Salvi, right? Then the next home run play, lo and behold, would probably be I won't be betting on nobody else for a bomb. If I had to take a bomb, it would be Salvador Perez. Bobby Witt, I was almost about to say Bobby Witt. Almost about to say Bobby Witt. But, he's there, right? From this team, it would be Perez and Bobby Witt. And I don't know from this team, truth be told. Garcia, hit candidate for sure. It would be Houston or nothing for me, right? You get a good number on Houston at a minus 127 with Hunter Brown on the road. It would be Houston or nothing for me. Um, I don't know what to do here in the Minnesota game. I do think there's instances where Joe Ryan is a fly ball pitcher, so probably Ramirez or Manzardo can get busy in a sense, but who knows, right? Joe Ryan's got some good case stuff as well. Didn't look at this game at all. Probably would be Mets. No, I didn't look at this game at all. It probably would be an under spot for me. Never know. I'm just iffy on Ray right now. But New York Mets, they ain't been hitting lefties that good. Damn. 7.5 in this one here. I don't know if didn't look at the Miami numbers versus lefties, but Miami ain't been striking out that much, right? When you don't strike out a lot, that's a plus, right? That's a plus. We'll see what's gonna happen. Jackson likes New York Yankees money line parlays, run line straights. Didn't look at this Dodgers game. Going to give me something to look at when I'm at work. I didn't look at this Dodgers game. This is probably the only game that I'm going to look at later on. Colorado and Pittsburgh. This game can go over or under. That's the only way I can look at it. Horwitz has been looking good as of late, but you have to throw a lot of stuff out the window, right? When it comes to this ballpark. Uh, this ballpark is small and it produces runs. So have fun, right? His parlays, HRR parlays, whatever. If you can't see any bombs, I wasn't sure Shane Smith was starting. But the White Sox, they've hit lefties tremendously over the last 2 weeks and beyond. Um, Medrov, whatever. Edgar Quero, Vargas, Benintendi, Robert, Sosa. Jackson liked Montgomery for a bomb. I didn't even go look at it, but they liked him for a bomb. Taylor has always hit lefties. I mean, Talkman showed flashes. I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind going to the over here. I know Angels can hit bombs. Shane Smith hadn't been in the greatest form before he left. I think this will probably be his first game back. We know that those guys over here can hit bombs, right? So take your choice, pick your poison here in this spot. It just wasn't enough for me to like St. Louis to win this game. Um, fuck. I forgot. I think it was Donovan or Burleson. I think it was Donovan. I should have wrote it down. I get them two so mixed up, but up until the last 2 weeks, one of them was batting 400. On the season, I think it's Donovan batting 400. San Diego, I just got the roll with San Diego this time. I'm gonna reset my memory from before the All Star break. I mean the trade deadline. I just want to see who's in this lineup, man. But money line parlays, run line straights. Give me San Diego. I like think they're the better team. Um, there's going to be a possibility that you'll get a good number at minus 126 at Athletics, an okay number. Probably could have got a better number last night if you wanted them. Jacob Lopez has been okay at times, but I'm gonna pump my brakes here. We got to over under 9.5, and I know this ballpark will produce runs, so I'm gonna pump my brakes and use my thoughts here. DeSalfani. Oh, see now I got to go back and look now. It might be the over. It might be the over here, 9.5. Just can Arizona, put up some runs. Texas, Seattle. As far as the side here, I'm gonna have to side with Seattle in this one. I get a pitcher lean towards Seattle. You can look at Logan Gilbert. He's went over his pitching outs twice. He's super favorited to go over. So if you want the under, you can get a good number. His strikeouts are in play, and the win is in play for Logan Gilbert. I would take the win if you like Seattle to win. You're only going to get plus 105 as of right now, but it is what it is. The strikeouts are in play. If you want to tease it down, you can shake it down, whatever the case may be. All those bats, you don't need me to tell you who's in play, right? All them motherfucking bats they got over there. That's crazy, man. No home run bet hit for the Cubs. Yes, sir. Dang, man. It should have just said, don't forget to bet it, bro. Don't forget to bet it. Don't forget to bet it. Cubs won that 1-0. I took an L. That would have recouped my motherfucking L's right there. All right. Peace out, y'all. Oh, Jackson. If for the people who didn't see, I told them give them home run bets. They like Costa Montgomery for a bomb. They like Schwarber for a bomb. They like Langoliers for a bomb. Raleigh for a bomb. Volpe for a bomb. Um, Notice they didn't say anything from the Cincinnati game. That was interesting. Cincinnati money line, they cashed already. Seattle money line. Pittsburgh Pirates, Colorado over. New York Yankees money line as a parlay piece. Jansen Junk under 1.5 walks. Trevor Rogers under 2.5 earned runs. That cashed already. Jack Leiter over 1.5 walks. There's a play at minus 180 a parlay piece, probably at 2.5 by now, but you might be able to alter it there. Parlay piece. Bryce Elder 3.5 over 3.5 earned runs. That did not cash. Uh, and Cooper Criswell under 2.5 strikeouts. And there you have it, y'all, man. Sunday, I might do a recording tomorrow, but Sunday is probably when I'll be back streaming. Peace out.